G'day geeks, Chris here, and in this video I'm looking at the Switchblade, otherwise known as the high-tech helicopter, which is from the Loyal Subjects and their Kenner M.A.S.K line. So M.A.S.K, M.A.S.K, stands for Mobile Armoured Strike Command. You may remember the cartoon or the comics or the wonderful transforming vehicles from the 1980s. Well, the Loyal Subjects have brought them back. So there's 4 vehicles in Wave 1. I've looked at all of them. This is the last vehicle I'm looking at in Wave 1. They have announced Wave 2, which is awesome. But this is the high-tech helicopter, the main bad guy vehicle, driven by Miles Mayhem. It's a big box, a lot of stuff inside. So let's check out the high-tech helicopter from the Loyal Subjects. Okay, so I've already looked at the Thunderhawk, the Condor and the Rhino, otherwise known as the Mobile Defense Unit, in the last couple of videos. So this is the 4th and final vehicle from the Loyal Subjects, and this is basically a redo of the wonderful M.A.S.K action figure vehicle line from Kenner that was made in the 80s, and these are pretty faithful recreations right from the box art to the transforming vehicles, with a few bonus features thrown in, which is nice. And as you can see, very nostalgic box, shows all the action play features. And there's the bad guy, Miles Mayhem. So this is a bad guy vehicle, the main one. I don't think I had this one as a kid, the Switchblade, which was originally called, now renamed here to high-tech helicopter for trademark reasons, I assume. But it's a pretty cool jet that has guns popping out all over the place. A very cool vehicle indeed. So very thankful that the Loyal Subjects are making these new M.A.S.K figures. So let's have a look at the high-tech helicopter. This is all the stuff that it comes with out of the box, including the sometimes pesky stickers. So these have to be applied yourself. But so far with the other 3 vehicles, I haven't done too badly. This comes with all the instructions of where the stickers go and how the effects work. And speaking of the effects, you've got some missiles, or 1 missile, which is pretty awesome, all in red. And then you've got 2 blast effects. It's good that these new updated Kenner M.A.S.K vehicles come with blast effects. And a lovely missile, just so pretty much the same as this one, but with like smoke effects. So that's a wonderful touch. Just get one of those, you get the vehicle itself, and you get the main bad guy dressed all in his wonderful military outfit, Miles Mayhem. He's the pilot slash main bad guy, and slightly more articulation than the figures that you remember from the 80s. It's the bend at the knees, no waist, but the arms go out to the side, and the head turns as well. And then, like all of the updated figures in this Loyal Subjects line, he gets 2 masks, which is awesome. So the conceit, the idea of the M.A.S.K cartoon, comic and toy line is that they all have masks with different powers. So you've got his mask there, and then 1 mask with a permanent, non-removable blast effect on as well. So that is a nice touch. I did okay placing the stickers. It does take a steady hand and some good light and a bit of patience, so do take your time. The cockpit does open, there's no button or anything for that, and it does have a bit of a snap sound, but don't be alarmed, it opens from the front there. But yes, you can see that some of these stickers are in pretty tricky positions, but I did manage to get all these, plus the ones on the side. The instructions here do say about the bonus accessories. Yeah, one of them says place thrusters as shown on the back of the aircraft, but they are already placed on there. So you can see that they've already done that in the factory. So there's a bit of an odd one there. And also with all of these Loyal Subjects M.A.S.K figures, they do mention that if any of the pieces come loose or come apart, they can be clipped back together. So that's a nice touch. So don't panic if things fall off or whatever, they can be clipped together. The other thing I noticed is I think these instructions lacking some quality control. So you want to, this is how it comes out of the box, not like this. So start with the page on the right first, and then using these instructions you can transform it into the more sleek jet mode. So yeah, just be cautious of that, but we'll transform it now. Miles Mayhem and his Viper mask fit comfortably in the cockpit there. No problems at all, so that's wonderful to see. No struggle getting him in. So right now it's in the kind of jet airplane mode. We're going to transform it into the helicopter mode, so following the instructions. So the first thing you want to do is rotate this tail fin underside, so just clip that over like that, and then you'll see this little button here. Just press that down and the little helicopter blades pop open. Fold those over, clip those into place, and just make sure you do put the tail fin all the way down, otherwise the blades will hit it. So just push that all the way down, which that is, and then there's a button on the other side, and you push that, and the blades spin, which is awesome. So that's a pretty cool play feature. So we're halfway there to turning this into a helicopter. The next thing you want to do is bring these landing gear all the way down. So there's two of them, as you can see, little black struts there. It's no button, just pull them straight down, easy enough. And you'll see there's a couple of guns there as well, so they can either be pushed in if you want, or yeah, you can do it. And there's little buttons on the side where they just pop out, and the one on the other side. So there we go, halfway there to be this becoming a cool helicopter. The last major part of the sequence is to get these wings, both of them, against the tail section here, and there are powerful springs here, so yes, but be gentle. So those basically just go up there and flush against the tail, and then there's a little catch right on the edge there. So yeah, it's not the strongest or biggest catch, but it does the trick. So do that on both sides, covering the lovely Venom logo, and there we go. And there, that's pretty much about it. That is now transformed into the kind of sleek helicopter. And you'll notice that the main thing with the helicopter mode is you must have the tail fin down, otherwise the blades will hit it if it's in the upright position. So yes, don't have it up like that. But the back of the box, every panel shows that in the helicopter mode the tail fin is actually upright, so that's very odd. Obviously someone missed that when they were putting the box together, but that's okay. Common sense will remind you to put the tail fin down. A couple of bonus features with the guns. So we've got 4 wonderful chrome guns here on the front, on the landing gear, and also the sides. So there's 2 guns here, and there's a tiny little button just on the side, and just flick those out, and then that's where these wonderful blast effects will go. So you get 2 of these. It's great that the loyal subjects are including these in the updated M.A.S.K figures. A bit tight, but that's okay. So they can basically just go on both sides, and they look pretty cool. So good display pieces. And then on the landing gear, you can see a little chrome flicking out here, and you've got a little button here, and that just flicks out again, one on each side. You can see I'm pretty careful handling this, and there we go. And we've got a couple of extra missiles as well, which is lovely. So this red missile goes on the back, or on the underside, and obviously that lines up there, and you just kind of put it in like a battery. So just in like that. Let's see if we can get it right the first go. Right in there, and then there's a little button right here, and you push that and it'll drop like that. So it's cool. And then the other one we have is this wonderful best blast effect of the whole box. So this is a different missile than this one, and that comes kind of with the different colored smoke and stuff, which is lovely. And there's a little peg there which basically just fits in the underside, so it looks like a missile is coming out. So that's pretty cool. So with all the blast effects and stuff, it's a wonderful display piece. Imagine that hanging from your ceiling in the toy room. That would look glorious. So there we go, the high-tech helicopter, originally known as Switchblade, from the Loyal Subjects M.A.S.K line. So there's Miles Mayhem standing there in all his glory with this wonderful vehicle. So I do like the bonus features and the play features that they've incorporated. I don't know how it compares to the vintage figures and vehicles from the 80s, because I don't have any of those. So that completes all of Wave 1, and I'm pretty happy that Wave 2 has been announced. As with all of these figures and vehicles, they're really more display pieces, I would say. It's not something I would give to kids, because they are a bit delicate in some of the kind of play features and stuff. The plastic seems a bit thin and whatnot, but yeah, they look awesome, and I like all the different blast and smoke effects. The 2 different helmets is a lovely idea, and the extra posability of the figures themselves. Plus they've done a wonderful job with the actual box, and the packaging looks just like they did originally in the 1980s. So well done, the Loyal Subjects. I'm looking forward to more of these coming out in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye, geeks.